What will we do with this moment? How will we be remembered? This is our future and our choice to make. I am asking you to choose greatness.
Welcome back to Real Trump News. Real news President Trump doesn't want you to miss. Let's start with a report from Fox News. Trump promised his administration will follow two simple rules: Buy American and Hire American. Monday, during the third annual Made in America showcase at the White House, President Trump will sign the latest in a series of executive orders keeping that promise. Buy American federal procurement rules provide good manufacturing jobs at a good wage, propelling more workers into the middle-class prosperity. The Washington Free Beacon is reporting that the Trump administration is working on multiple fronts to investigate and combat a rising tide of anti-Semitism in America. The top officials warn it's spreading across the country via a network of far-left anti-Israel activists who seek to mainstream hatred against the Jew at the nation's college campuses and elsewhere. During a day-long conference, the first of its kind for the administration, senior administration officials from across the government gathered with the legal experts and scholars to address the growing threats of anti-Semitism, which has resurged in America and across the globe in recent years. The forum came amid disclosure by the FBI that hate crimes in the U.S. have risen steadily since 2014, with anti-Jewish hate crimes consistently comprising more than half of total for each year. Next, the Daily Signal is reporting that two of the country's strongest big tech critics are asking the Federal Trade Commission to investigate social media companies' perceived censorship practices. Facebook, Google, and Twitter exercise lots of influence on Americans, and they also use their tool to censor some contents while amplifying others. Senator Ted Cruz and Josh Hawley wrote in a letter Monday to the Federal Trade Commission. They're asking the agency to open a public probe into the impact such policies have on people. Companies that are this big and that have the potential to threaten democracy this much should not be allowed to accurate content entirely without any transparency. They wrote, "These companies can greatly influence democratic outcomes, yet they have not accountability to voters." Cruz and Hawley are two of the biggest Republican critics of Google and Facebook, both of which are consistently accused of discriminating against conservative content. Meanwhile, Breitbart is also reporting that Josh Hawley scolded a Google executive on Tuesday, saying that Congress' patience with Google's monopoly is running thin and that it's time for accountability. Hawley prefaced his point on Google censorship practices by noting that Senator Richard Blumenthal asked Google Vice President of Government Affairs and Public Policy Karen Botte if he would submit to an independent third-party audit for its content moderation practice, to which Botte said no. Blumenthal noted that Twitter and Facebook have both agreed to an independent third-party audit, while Google has continued to dodge questions over whether they agree to an audit. Lastly, National Border Patrol Council President Brandon Judd writes in the Fox News, both Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton have published guides for illegal immigrants who have already been ordered deported by a judge. These guides show illegal immigrants how they can avoid lawful deportation order. Powerful people are intent on unbending the rule of law. They would rather see the fabric that made our society the envy of the world torn to thread, traded for personal power and political gain, incessantly attacking, dehumanizing, and endangering our law enforcement officers and agencies who are simply trying to enforce the law that our legislators enact in the first place is wrong. This is unfathomable that Democrats are so intent on destroying one of the pillars that has supported our great nation for so long, the rule of law. And that's this week's Real Trump News. We will see you next time.